Good morning, everyone. Aloha. And, I want to start off with a quick apology. Sorry for not having a blog up for a little while. Doing a little ho'oponopono. Please forgive me. And, just went over to LA, had a great practitioner training there. Had, close to about 150 people in the room, I think. And it was a fantastic group. What a great way to end the year. And then after that, my wife and I, we did a quick vacation and something that we had needed to do for a little while. And I was going to do some audio blogs on the vacation. However, I really do think it's important when you are in a relationship, especially, you have kids, that you take some time for the relationship to make sure that everything is pono, everything is right in the relationship. So that's why there was a little bit of absence from the blogs. And I'm back in Kona now, been back here for a couple of days and got the kids all settled in. They're in school, getting back into the routine. So we're back to the audio blogs. So let's jump right into some questions. I got a great backlog of questions to probably get me through the entire Christmas break. The first one deals with synchronicities. Synchronicities are a term, synchronicities is a term that is used to talk about things that kind of, from a conscious and unconscious perspective, link up. And let me give you a very simplistic example of synchronicities. And it comes from what's called the reticular activating system, the RAS. And the reticular activating system is the fancy label for the part or the aspect of you that, as you're deleting, distorting, and generalizing all the information that's out there, you see certain things, hear certain things, and feel certain things, and other things you don't notice. It's like completely out of your awareness. And, I about a year ago got a new car, and we had had our previous one for a little while, so it was time to trade it in. And as soon as I began to think about, hey, I'm going to get a new car, and I narrowed it down to the model and the make and the type of car, all of a sudden I began to see those types of cars everywhere. All of a sudden I began to see that car, that model, that make, and I'm going, wow, man, I'm seeing it. It looks really good. Someone that I knew bought a car. Someone that I knew went out and bought a brand new car. That's a synchronicity. Yeah, that's where things begin to get linked up. And the important aspect of synchronicities is that it is your unconscious mind showing you that you have all of this information out there, and here's what it is that you should be looking at. Here's what it is that you should be paying attention to. Synchronicities can also help lead you to the things that you want to achieve in your life. So, for example, a couple of years ago, after I had finished up my PhD, I took about a year off, and I had always had this goal. Okay, I'm going to get my exercising back on track. I went down my own path of health and fitness, and for those of you that have been in my trainings, and I've gotten to show the picture of Big Matt in the trainings where I was 85 pounds heavier. I really went down this health and fitness, and I really down that path, and yet when I went back to school to get my PhD, I had to kind of tone back my exercising. I had to tone back the amount of time that I was putting into it. I continued to eat right and be healthy. The exercising wasn't there as much. So after getting my PhD, I said, okay, I'm going to go back now. I'm going to get back into exercising, but I'm going to take a break for a little bit because I was going back to school and doing all of these things. I was pretty spent. So I wanted to spend a little bit of downtime. And all of a sudden, as I began to set my goal, well, what happens? I'm watching television and I change the channel, and the show that I'm watching, the person's talking about getting healthy. I talk to a friend and he starts bringing up, hey, here's what I'm doing with health and fitness and whatnot. I'm teaching a training and students are coming up to me with health and fitness questions. I'm seeing people around who are healthy and fit. These are all things that are linking it up, and it's kind of a way from a Huna perspective. Now I'm going to go Huna on you guys now for a second here. From a Huna perspective, it's you putting the energy out there to the universe. Hey, I want to get healthy. And your experience of reality then begins to reflect what it is that you want. So I want to get healthy, and all of a sudden you start bumping into healthy people. Well, maybe one of those people has a seed of knowledge for you that if you get that knowledge, if you gather it, then you are able to incorporate it into your path. Maybe you're watching a television show, and to see that, it becomes inspirational. Utilizing synchronicities can be very powerful because it shows you things that you may not have seen, heard, or felt previously that you now get to experience. Maybe in meeting someone who's healthy, you can talk to them about how did you get healthy? What are some of the things that you did? I have this one student, his name is Dan, and Dan had been to a ton of my trainings and just an amazing individual who really is a model of health and fitness. And he had been to a few of my trainings, and I kept seeing him on weekends, been to the NLP trainings, and I'm beginning to go down my path of health and fitness. And Dan shows up at one of the trainings, synchronicity. And Dan starts talking to me about how he's going to, delve into what he wants to do in his path and live his dream and be fulfilled, everything that I teach, and how he's going to go out there and teach people how to be healthy. And the track record that he has, the people that he's been working on, so a great example of someone who takes these bits of knowledge of NLP and Huna and incorporates it. And I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, maybe not consciously this is a synchronicity. I saw it as an opportunity. And so I started picking Dan's brain. Hey, Dan, I used to work out a lot and I've forgotten a few things. Can you help me fill in the blank? And we talked. And he may not know this, but he gave me pieces of information that helped me move even faster down my path. Now, I had an alternative choice. When I saw Dan as healthy as he is, that synchronicity in that moment, I could have gone down an entire different path, a path of jealousy, a path of envy, a path of looking at it and saying, geez, I wish I was like that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, if I had just exercised 1 day a week during my PhD program. But then you're missing the opportunity. Then you're taking your energy and you're putting all of that energy into an area that it doesn't need to be in. Instead of that, you look at a person who is healthy, who is wealthy, who has achieved the things that you want to achieve. You take that synchronicity and you run with it. And you say, how can I incorporate this into my life? How can I make this a model of who and what I am? How can I bring that into my own path? And then it empowers you. Yeah, to be jealous of someone, I hear shoulda, coulda, wouldas all the time. Oh, Matt, you're so lucky you started meditating when you were 5. Oh, Matt, you're so lucky you got NLP when you were 11. Huna, blah, blah. No, I'm not. I'm not any luckier than you. I'm as lucky as you are. I am as blessed as you guys are. It doesn't matter when you get it. You can look at getting it too early as being a problem. You can look at it getting it too late it being a problem. You can look at not getting the information too early as being a problem, or not getting it too late as being a problem. In other words, let's just be happy that we have this information. Let's be happy that we have these opportunities, and let's be happy that we have these synchronicities. So I hope that kind of helps to answer the question. It was a pretty long email, but it really dealt with how does Huna look at synchronicities. And so I hope you enjoy that. Please do send me some more questions. I have some great questions, and some of them are very simple. I got a great question today about one presupposition of NLP, and how can I explain that? So I'm going to be tackling that in an upcoming blog. I love the big questions. I love the complicated. Hey, I even got a question on sexual energy. So stay tuned because the blog is going to get steamy hot at some point. But anyway, hope you're having a fabulous week. And hope you guys are getting all prepped for the holiday season. So let's end the blog as we usually do. We say malama pono, we all stand in righteousness. Aloha ke akua, make love be your shield. And aloha ahui ho. Class dismissed. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.